Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. It's another. That's right. That's right. It is another Monday. It's Monday, June the 15th, 2020, 7:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Dave McRae, coming to you live from the VoiceMann Studios in Toronto. He's Tony Michael in Atlanta, Georgia. This is episode 74 of Two Dudes and Some Bullshit. We're watching The Lost Boys tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live! What a busy last couple of days it's been for me. I know it's been really busy for you too. And yeah, it kind of feels like I haven't talked to you in
forever. It seems like so much shit has happened since last Sunday. And we did the show last Sunday.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that earlier today. I was like, Jesus, what the hell was the last show we did? Oh, yeah, the Goonies. Oh, yeah, that was just last Sunday. These last, especially these last 3 days have just been crazy for me because obviously I was shooting the little IndieGoGo teaser for It's Me, Billy over the weekend. And there was a lot of prep for that. And once you, when you really dive into a project like that, even like, if we're able to raise the money to do the movie, I can only imagine it'll feel like 6 years has gone by or something. It'll be crazy how intense that's going to be. Sorry?
I said, I hope you guys can. Hope you guys can raise the funds to do it.
I hope so too, man. I hope so too. You know, somebody the other day asked me on social media, how much is it going to cost? And I said, it's going to, we're hoping to raise between 40 and 45,000 US. And
that's not bad.
It's not.
How long is the feature going to be? About 45 minutes you're aiming for?
Well, no, it'll probably be about, I'd say between 25, 30 minutes.
That's still not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah. And this individual was like, really? It's going to cost that much? And I said, listen, we're making a movie. I said, right. That's how much it costs when you actually go out. You want to spend the money. There's equipment rentals and location and insurance and craft services and accommodations and this and there's just there's so much that's how much it costs. And that is nothing compared to, a major Hollywood feature or something like that. But we are taking this as seriously as possible. It's but like, as you said, that's not bad. I mean, it
really isn't.
And it
all
isn't.
Things considering.
All things considering, it's not bad.
You're counting 45 to 50. That's accounting for your cast, obviously.
Yeah, that's cast, that's crew, that's
equipment.
Location, equipment rentals, insurance, that's accommodations. Yeah. Like somebody asked me, how do you come up with a number? And it's important that people understand that, when you make a production budget for a picture, you don't just arbitrarily throw out a number. Well, I think we'll need this. You know what I mean? You actually do a production budget and you go through the script, you go through everything and you lay out through a chart. It can take hours, and you factor in what you're going to need, what we believe is in the ballpark of what we're going to need. How much does it cost to rent that for a week? Okay, so it costs $2,500 for the week. All right, that's $2,500. Like, you know what I mean? And you write all this down, and it might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less, but the vision that to achieve the vision of It's Me, Billy, that is in the ballpark, give or take $1. Of what we need to be able to achieve that. And that covers cast, crew, locations, insurance, craft services, accommodations, perks as well. I mean, the IndieGoGo perks, and we have to factor that in as well.
I'm just going to say this, man. If you start coming up short and it's a matter of craft services, look, we all survived on ramen noodles in college. So
That's right. That's right. Well, when I say craft services, I certainly don't mean like Avengers, like catered, I don't mean like we have all these tents popped up and
True.
I don't mean that level of craft services. When I say craft services, I'm talking about food. It's good. We all need to eat for the week. And but like I said, and the location we want is, that could be $1,000 a day just
That's
for that
the killer,
location.
man. It's the location. It's shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But when you want it done right, and when where hoping to lock down. But if you want to do, I mean, you can imagine shooting at that location. It's like, oh, that's the whole thing just goes right there. I mean, it's just like, yes, you know what I mean? That's how much it costs to make a movie, folks. And so we're really hoping we can do it. Like I've said, I know we're a little bit of a disadvantage because, Black Christmas isn't Halloween or Elm Street. And somebody else the other day said, well, why aren't you doing another Halloween fan film? And I'm like, well, it's because everybody, it's saturated. They're a dime a dozen out there from every experience level. Black Christmas, there's nothing.
There's no sackhead Jason. That's why I'm jumping on that shit.
There you go. That's right. You know what I mean? So anyway.
I totally get it. Everyone asks me the same thing about why don't you do a Halloween one? It's just like, no. In fact, my brother, Nick, you're watching tonight, shout out. We were out quadding. And we were near Lake Lanier for all purposes. I know you don't know where that is, but for those who are watching might know. It's a huge lake, big resort, a lot of shit. And he was just looking at it. He was just like, dude, why don't you do an I Know What You Did Last Summer photo shoot here? And like, I never thought of it because like I think of the ocean. And then I'm like looking at the dock and everything. I'm like, son of a
totally
bitch,
could.
I can totally fucking do it here. And then we were just shooting the shit. I'm like, dude, I could totally do a fucking fan film here and just like change the setting and come up with something new. So like you said, like with Halloween, everybody fucking does Halloween fan film, but no one's doing Sackhead Jason. And now I'm starting to write notes down to maybe do an I Know What You Did Last Summer, but not a fan film, like my own take on it.
Right.
And really kind of change it around a little bit. So
that's great. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's great. And that's just it. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
doing shit that no one's doing. I like doing that.
Right. And it's, and so that's one of the reasons why we wanted to do it, but anyway, this past weekend we shot the IndieGoGo teaser, and people have asked me, they're getting really excited about it, and I try to, and that's great. I'm really happy that people are, but I also want people to know that it's the IndieGoGo teaser. So it's not the teaser for the movie because we haven't shot the movie yet. So you're not going to see anything from the movie because there is nothing from the movie. You know what I mean? So that doesn't mean that there isn't things you will be seeing in it. You will be, and certain little clues that might you may have to pay attention to that'll kind of give you clues to the narrative.
Now, are you worried at all about using the name Billy and getting any type of copyright or some shit from the studio? Okay.
No.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I'm not going to use the name Jason or not. Like, I don't know. Would I get shit for that? You know what I mean? If I use the name, I'm calling my movie Crystal Lake. I'm not calling it Friday the 13th, but
I don't think
the name Jason, do I use it? And is that going to get hit on me? Like I'm trying to find the legality on that.
You can't monetize a fan film that the IP is owned by somebody else anyway. So I think as long as it's not, exactly. So I think it's as long as it's not monetized and I don't think there's an issue with it. I mean, Vince calls his Jason Ghost Jason. So I mean, and you look at that fan film and what they're doing over there. So I think you'll be okay.
And you guys think you'll be fine?
Oh, I think so.
Who owns the rights to Black Christmas? Not Blumhouse, right?
Well, it's Universal, I think. Well, they distributed the remake, but I got to look into that because I think it's Blumhouse produced it, Universal distributed it. It's one of them.
You do have me intrigued though, because I think I liked it. I saw one of the photos. It looked like a Christmas ornament of the house. They shared on Instagram.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was Bruce. Bruce must have tagged me in that.
Yeah, that's right. Because me and him just connected. Dave's buddy Bruce. We just connected on Instagram, and he posted that, and I was like, what are you gonna do with that? Yeah, he posted that, and like the whole point of the IndieGoGo teaser is to sort of display, the tone and the feel of what you can expect on a much larger scale
if we're able to raise the production budget, right? It's all about the feeling you get when you watch it, the tone, the, dare I say it, mood and atmosphere. You know what I mean? And that's what it really is. And like I said, there's a few little interesting things in there. So we shot it this past weekend, and we were up till about 4:30 in the morning, early Sunday. We finally completed it. We started around 9:30 p.m. So that was what, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hour, 8 hour shoot, something like that. And it was good. And it turned out well. So it's being edited now, and hopefully we'll have that ready to go by the end of the month for people to watch.
Sweet, dude. Can't wait.
But we're counting on you guys. We need your help when the IndieGoGo campaign launches. We need your help. We need to bring Billy back. We need to bring Billy back.
Back to true form.
Now, The Lost Boys. I haven't seen this movie in probably 30 years. And I literally
saw it in October.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Watch it every October.
I remember little bits and pieces of it, but this will be like literally watching it for the first time again.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Like, that's how long it's been.
If I put a top 20 list together, this is in my top 20 favorite horror films. It's one I watch every year. I'm not really into the vampire thing other than like this film, Bela Lugosi's Dracula. I never got into that. You know what I mean? Like I love the Frankenstein shit. I love Wolfman, but vampires never was really my thing.
Gotcha.
And then it really killed me with Twilight.
Yeah. Well,
it really fucking killed me at that one. Like,
yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha.
Nope.
A couple super chats.
I like.
Yeah. Well, I remember I liked this as a kid, but I just haven't seen it in so long. Robert Andrew Paul sends a super chat. Thanks very much, Robert. Says, missed your last McRae live. Sorry, Dave, but hey, Dave and Tony, that's all right. It's all right. It's not like you're,
welcome.
You work for us or something. Lost Boy Boyas sends in a super chat supporting the channel. Thank you very much. Intel Wild makes his way into the chat room. Great to see you here, my man. Intel Wild says, D&T, love you, brothers. We love you too, buddy. Sends in another one. Says, Tony, rocking that motherfucking hat. He likes the way you're rocking it. He likes the way you're rocking that motherfucking hat. And then going hard into the paint again, Intel Wild, great supporter of the channel, says, how dare you, Dave, say mood and atmosphere. Mood and atmosphere. It's great to see Intel back, and always great to have him here. So let's do this. Let's do I was going to say the Lost Boys Boyus. Let's do the Lost Boys. Ready?
You want to let them know where we're at?
Oh, yeah. So I'm just watching off YouTube, and I am 2 seconds in. So the Warner Brothers logo is just beginning. It's all gold, and it's like these gold bricks kind of thing. It's actually the back lot of Warner Brothers, and I recognize it because I've been there, which is pretty damn cool. So that's what it is, actually. It's the production houses, the sound stages. Yeah, is what you kind of see, and then it morphs into the WB logo. All right, that's where we are. If you guys want to get your copy set up, that's my William Shatner. If you want to get your copy set up, okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right.
Fright Night. Yeah, I do like Fright Night too as well, guys. I forget that that's a vampire movie.
It is. Fright Night is a vampire
I forget
movie.
that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, did I forget any others that I actually like?
Man, I haven't seen this in so long.
I love the song. It's one of my favorite. It's in like rotation of music that I play. Cry Little Sister. I freaking love this tune.
Richard Donner production. Isn't this Joel Schumacher film? Didn't he? Yeah, I was just going to say. The Lost Boys. And that's not Santa Monica Pier, is it?
I was going to say, I think this was filmed. Wasn't this filmed in Santa Monica? I'm almost positive it was filmed. I know it was filmed on the West Coast in California.
It looks similar to the Santa Monica Pier.
I think it is.
And the roller coaster just looks bigger unless they downed it. Chat room will let us know. Is that Santa Monica Pier? It is. It is. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fun to go down there.
Santa Cruz.
Oh, Santa Cruz.
Wait.
Santa Cruz. It's Santa Cruz, not Santa Monica. Okay, it's Santa Cruz. I'm just going to say, because it looks because the Santa Monica Pier, which is very famous, has the same kind of thing. Has a bit of a roller coaster, has the Ferris wheel. Yeah, looks the same.
Oh, and you know this is the 80s because you just look at Kiefer's outfit. He looks straight out of a freaking Motley Crue video.
He does. And fucking
They all do.
What's his face from Bill and Ted?
Yeah, well, I forget. I just saw the trailer for Bill and Ted 3.
I did too. This is basically what Kiefer was playing. He's
himself.
Yes, he's the same. He's the same guy from Stand By Me. Yeah, that roller coaster.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that's a different pier because the roller coaster Santa Monica Pier is not that big, but
we actually have something like this at Lake Lanier that I was just describing to you, like a little amusement park set up. Not as big as this, but
yeah,
enough for me to work with for photo shoots and stuff.
For those of you that have played the Grand Theft Auto game, Part 5, when you go down to the beach and you see the Ferris wheel there and the pier and all that, that's supposed to be Santa Monica Pier. Okay. Of course, it's a game version of it, right? But
again, I love the execution and the theater of the mind. You know what I mean?
For sure. You don't see shit.
You don't have to see it, but you get the theater of the mind, the visual of it.
Yep. Love that. Actually, that would have been a good point right there to show the title. Was right after that.
Yeah, that's true.
Goes to black and then you just see The Lost Boys. That would have been cool. Good old Corey Feldman.
I feel like we just watched this. Oh, yeah, we did. Goonies,
that's right. This is after Goonies. Corey Haim, that's right.
Trilogy. Next Friday, 13th, part 4. No, kidding.
That's right. That's right. And followed by The Burbs.
Followed by The Burbs, right. And then License to Drive.
That's right. These shots were done by a helicopter. Of course, now they'd be drones. That's why they're a lot smoother today. Robert Andrew Paul says, Super Chat says, watching this for the first time. My favorite vampire movie is Dusk Till Dawn. That's a great vampire movie too, man.
Oh, yeah, and I like that one too. Shit, maybe I like more vampire movies than I realized.
I basically am watching this for the first time because I don't remember it really anything. Like, there's little things you're like, oh, I kind of remember that. I forgot the mom, this woman here. What's her face? She's been in a ton of stuff too. She was also in Parenthood. This music goes well with Tony's hat.
Totally. Totally.
Ah, the 80s. We should just go back to the 80s.
It's the 80s. You look at it, it looks very 2020. You know, the style and the looks of some people here they look very 2020.
Yeah, well, it's because the fashion's not hardcore 80s fashion, but there's certain things from the 80s and 90s that have come back.
In this montage that I'm seeing, I'm like, damn, you wouldn't know if it was 1980s or 2020.
Yep, unless it's like really 80s, like spiky mohawk hair or something like that. Nothing legal like that. Intel Wild sent a super chat, says, I love you, Dave Solo and Two Dudes and BS. It's a good piece of music. Corey Haim, he's dead, isn't he? He died
a few years ago.
Yeah. Was it a drug I forget how he died. Was it a drug overdose?
I think it was. I don't want to say for sure.
I forget.
I think it might have been like some type of a cocktail mix of just a mixture of things that were in his system that I don't think it was intentional. Kind of like what happened with Heath Ledger. You know what I mean? Just like a cocktail thing.
Gotcha. I gotcha. No, you gotta get. Do you have this soundtrack on vinyl?
Oh yeah.
Joel Schumacher. I always like that name, Schumacher. Mocker. Look at this place.
Am I basing my look off of Garth Brooks? No. Actually, the reason why I got this hat is because Rob Zombie, I saw him rocking it in a shoot he did with Sharon Moon a little while back. And I was like, damn, that actually is not bad. So I took a chance at the place that did my other hat. And I was like, all right, I don't know how this is going to look. But then when I put it on, I was like, holy fuck, I like it. You know what I mean? And it's just a different look. Obviously it's you know, this is like 1800s hat. You know what I mean?
No, it looks good, but it suits you. I think you can rock it too because you have the beard.
The beard helps. If I didn't have the beard, it probably look wonky. You know
it would look a little wonky. Yeah. Like who's this fucking guy?
I saw it in a Rob Zombie picture. I was like, that's cool. Let me try it.
Who's this douche? Who's this douche trying to rock this thing? Same thing with me. But the beard is more, it's more manly. It's like, fuck yeah, give me a cowboy hat.
Chewing tobacco and
that's it. That's what I'm talking about, man. Intel Wild going crazy with the super chats, my man. Says, hey, Tony, nothing you have or Dave have ever done have offended me. Love you both. Well, hey, same here, my man. It's great that we could work it out from, last week's show. It's all about discussion and talking and dialogue. That's what it is always all about. Scott7 sends a super chat. Thank you so much, Scott. Says, cry little sister. Lost Boys scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. The beach scene massacre was terrifying, and the makeup and effects were incredible.
They were very basic. They weren't like over the top, very simple.
Yeah.
Just cool. Really just very little prosthetic to their faces,
That's it.
When you see them transform. And I like that. It keeps the simplicity of it.
That's it. Intel Wild says, have never said, sorry, I'm working right now. That's okay, man. That's all right if you're working. Gotta pay those bills. Gotta keep life going, the pulse going.
Alexander Dirksen, Salem Lot is good. The only thing with Salem Lot, it's fucking long. That's the only thing about Salem Lot that I don't like is it is long. But I agree, it's good, just fucking long.
Yeah.
She was like everybody's mom in the 80s too, this actress who plays their mom in this movie. She just had that she just had that look about her as an actress, like just everyone's mom.
I like her. I forgot that she was in this movie. I liked her in Parenthood as well. And she was also in The Associate with Whoopi Goldberg in the mid-90s, I believe. And I really liked that movie, The Associate. That was a funny movie. It's where Whoopi Goldberg, obviously she's black, obviously, and she's a woman, and she's she was trying to she was running a business or something, but she was doing it in a world where there's a lot of, and I know that back then you didn't think, you just enjoyed this story. Now people would try to spin it politically, but it was a cute story about how she was trying to show that she could run her own, I forget what it was, a law firm or a business or something, white man's world, like it was, or a man, like it was all men. It was all men. Anyways, she, at the end of it, she dressed up as this white old guy and
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I was just laughing at Oily Boy on the saxophone there.
Oh, he's sexy. He's sexy.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's just that scene always cracks me the fuck up, man. Every time, like
Oily Boy.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger morphed with Kenny G. You know what I mean?
Yes. Look at this guy. He should be in. Look at that. Oh yeah, he's fucking.
This dude. Yeah. Look at him. He's got the Kenny G hair. He's playing the saxophone, but he's built like Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger.
It's like he's like buff Shawn Michaels, or like not. Shawn Michaels is buff, but I mean like huge Shawn Michaels. Swole Shawn Michaels. Look at this guy. He's like, oh, I want that girl. Yeah, but she wants him. That's what it's all about hot. There.
She's very hot. Dude is just fixated on her, man. Michael.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's locked in. He's like...
Brandon Barry sends a super chat and says, if it wasn't for Joel Schumacher, we wouldn't have Nolan's Batman movies. Well, I know that Joel Schumacher did Batman Forever, and I think he did Batman Begins, yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I think you still may have had them, though. All depends. Depends. I get what you're saying, though. There's the mom missing. Can't find my mom because your mother's dead. Oh no! But here's this guy. Kiefer Sutherland is just Kiefer Sutherland. Excuse me. He's just he's just playing himself. Did you know that?
I've always been like as the head. I don't know. Like, I mean, he's not bad, but I just kind of always picture someone else as the head.
I get it.
Of the crew. You know what I mean? Like, he just doesn't seem like. I look at Kiefer Sutherland in this film, and I'm like, Kiefer, you can totally kick this dude's ass. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Well, he looks kind of like John Hughes a bit.
Yeah, like, I don't know. But like I said, I don't hate him as the lead of the vampire group. It just, I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Kiefer just looks like he can just stomp him right there.
I get what you're saying. And did you know that years ago, this would have been probably in the late 70s maybe, or 70s, or whatever, my grandmother sat beside Kiefer Sutherland on a bus. And this is before he was Kiefer Sutherland. I forget where my grandmother or where they were going, whether it was from Ottawa to Toronto, Toronto to Ottawa, Toronto to Montreal. I don't know. They were on a bus, and my grandmother sat beside him and the whole way there. And he was talking about how he wanted to be an actor and all this kind of stuff. And obviously he had a shoe in because his father is obviously Donald Sutherland. So when your dad is Donald Sutherland, it doesn't, you already have a leg up in it. Yeah. But yeah, that I remember that thing. I remember her telling me that story and thinking that's really cool. Kiefer Sutherland, obviously, and his dad are Canadian. Of course he's chasing her. Colin Murdy says, watched Lords of Salem for the first time the other night. Loved it. I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Rob Zombie?
Lords of Salem? Is that a zombie movie?
That's what you're talking about. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent.
Never seen it. There he is. Look at this hair. I had hair like that in the 80s. Corey Feldman. The two Coreys. The two Coreys.
Yeah, Rob Zombie's Colin. Yeah, that's good. That's one of his better horror movies, I will say. I liked it. It's I put it in the Devil's Reject category of zombies films, like one of his better ones.
Right.
You might like it. You actually might like it.
I'll have to check it out.
Did you like Devil's Rejects?
I didn't. Well, I didn't mind it for what it was, but I had no interest in I didn't see the second one. I have no interest in watching movies like that on a whole. I can watch a movie like that. But Rob Zombie's just not my style. I just don't like those kinds of hick horror movies. That's what they'll call them. They just call them. There's slasher films, supernatural films, psychological films, hick horror films. I mean, he's always living in that area. I mean, not so much that one, I guess, but there's always hick stuff in his movies. It just always seems like trash. I don't know. Just not a fan of his films.
He's got a style.
He does. He does have a style, but it's just not for me. I think I would just like with Rob Zombie. I think, and to each their own. I think he's talented, and I would like to see him do other things. I don't mean do a romantic comedy necessarily, but I mean it just seems like his movies are the same to me, And I've seen I haven't seen all of them, but I've seen a bunch of them. And I'm like, I feel like I'm following this. It's the same kind of thing, and I wish he would step out of that.
Without spoiling it, though, Lords of Salem isn't like that. That's why I think you'll like it.
Yeah,
like,
I know that. That's why I said I know it's not exactly like that.
And that's why I put it in the category of his better films like Devil's Rejects. It's not better, obviously, than Devil's Rejects, but it's in the category of like, oh, okay, this is actually a pretty solid film, man. Like you
Right.
did good on that. But I agree. There's some of his stuff does become very repetitive. I get that in what you're saying. It's like, yeah, I think he's got a lot of talent. If he were to stretch that talent out a little bit more so,
Yeah.
I think I'd be impressed to see where he could go with it rather than just relying on that old reliable. You know what I mean?
He just strikes me. Rob Zombie, I feel like Rob Zombie, and we're at the part here, by the way, where we are 16 minutes and 55 seconds into the movie. This couple just had their roof taken off their car, and the guy just got eaten. And again, like you said, all theater of the mind, not theater of the mind, but certainly the power of suggestion.
Anything. Right.
No, you don't see anything, and that's really good. I like that. That's great. That's really great. But yeah, Rob Zombie always strikes me as somebody that was like, oh, I'm famous. I made a lot of money, and I'm going to make a movie. But because he's like sort of, I don't want to say he's hickish, but he's rough. He's that kind of guy, you know. It's just like, that's all he does. Like, I'm just going to make these kind of movies because it's a reflection of me and who I am. And these are my friends, and that's just the world that I grew up in. And it might not be. I'm just like, I don't know. I just get the sense that he's always, I don't know.
Well, no, I agree.
It's a style. It's a style, and I respect it. But it's just not my style.
I would have much rathered Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 been a complete same thing like his first Halloween, not a total ripoff, but close enough. It wasn't scene for scene, but pretty damn near close. I would have loved for him to have just done that with his version of Halloween 2, because the hospital scene sequence in Halloween 2 was fucking great. I would have just rather him done the whole fucking film there. You know what I mean? With that type of intensity. When he went into that whole fucking crazy shit, I was like, no, why, dude? You know, that's what I mean. Like, there's times where like he's hitting a home run, you're coming out the gate fucking hard and heavy, like Halloween 2, and the next thing you know, you sunk faster than the fucking Titanic with that movie. Yeah, you know, and that's typical with his stuff sometimes, and that's unfortunate because, like you said, I mean, I love his music. He's one of my favorite artists, solo artists of all time, and I do like White Zombie too, as for band. But as far as a director goes, a lot of potential, even in the horror genre, if he's just willing to take some risk. And also, like someone pointed out here in the chat room, not casting the same person and people in every single one of your movies too. You know, stretch it out a bit.
Yeah, somebody who casts the same person. And I don't mean like if one person you want to work with, you know, a lot, like how Scorsese works with, you know, DiCaprio, you know, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
But when you are surrounding yourself with like basically the same ensemble of people and they're just playing different characters, that's problematic because it doesn't allow you as a director and as a filmmaker to grow and work with other people and challenge yourself. You work with what's comfortable, and you know, and at the same time, I mean, if you're making these low budget independent horror snuff type films, you know, exploitation, just fall skull, fuck you, bitch, and you know, this kind of stuff. I mean, who cares? He doesn't give a shit.
I forget that he has him say that in Halloween. I always forget that.
Oh God, he just, you know.
Well, lines that I never thought I would hear in Halloween. That was one of them.
That's the problem, is that
or a Halloween movie, I mean.
I don't watch the Halloween film, his film, and see Halloween. I just see Rob Zombie. And because if Spielberg directed that Halloween film and there's skull fuck you bitch, it's like, oh, it feels more like, wow, he's written this, he's gone there, but when it's
he went deep. Well, when it's Rob Zombie,
when it's a zombie film, it's just zombie. It's just that's just what he does. So I'm just like, it's there's some type of skull fuck you bitch in every zombie film somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's just what he does. So it just feels lazy. I don't know.
Which is unfortunate because, you know, I've said many times, Scout Taylor Compton really did a great job playing Laurie Strode. She made it her own. I didn't feel like she was trying to copy Jamie Lee. Malcolm McDowell was fantastic as Dr. Loomis. He did not copy Pleasance. He made it his own. Unfortunately, you get these great actors playing these characters and doing them justice, surrounded by two films that just, I don't know, like, I hate bashing people's work too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel like I'm bashing what he did to the two Halloween films, but you know what I mean?
Well, I think there's nothing wrong. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with critiquing, criticizing, saying you don't like something. I mean, that's I mean, it takes a lot of work to make something, but the reality is that if it's, there's a difference between a critique and an opinion. And you can critique effectively, and I tend to critique theatrically, that's fucking dog shit. That's just part of my personality. But right. I mean, I can certainly turn that off and get into the nitty gritty as well. But anyway, yeah, I'm just not a fan of his work. I see potential there. But there's a reason why people say zombies should do a Texas Chainsaw movie. What's a huge component? Yeah, well, it's because there's a lot of hick shit in Texas Chainsaw Massacre and incest and and weird people and and stuff, and it's like, and cannibalism, and it's like there's a reason. That's just what he does. He's just I don't know, just and then you look at Rob Zombie and you're like,
but he got himself a hot wife.
We are 22 minutes, 38 seconds into the movie here.
And we're having
They've
the
just
dramatic
ridden off into the
bike scene.
Yep, the bike scene. The guy's hair's blowing in the wind. Oh!
I don't know. Anytime I see dudes riding bikes like this, I got the freaking song from the Karate Kid going through my head.
That too.
You know what I mean? When they're coming down the hill.
Look at this. This is really cool. That girl wants him. He doesn't. She doesn't want Kiefer Sutherland. But she's too afraid. She's too afraid. She's trapped. She's trapped. Just you. Come on now, motherfucker. Look at that wind blowing.
That escalated quickly.
Yep. Those are wind machines for sure. Look at the ocean. Yes.
That is a big ass moon.
That was the moon?
That was I think what I saw back here behind the cloud. Yeah, that's no moon.
That's a space station.
It looked like it. I can't tell if it was. It looked like the shape of a moon. Could have been just the shape of the clouds.
I think it was the clouds, Intel Wild says, Dave and Tony should do a photo shoot. Fan film. It's in the works. Let me see here. Agent Priest says, always great, Dave. Nice hat, Tony. We twins. Agent Priest says that you guys are twins. I guess he's rocking a hat similar to yours.
Cool.
Thank you, Agent. Appreciate that. Jim Morrison on the back there. The wall. Who's this actress? She looks like a cross between like a hybrid between Alyssa Milano and what's her face from Sleepaway Camp / like it's like she's like a hybrid of like
she was in a lot of stuff in the 80s too.
Like a 3 or 4 different women in there. Corey Feldman in this movie, he's like, how there's that age where like you're cute, and then you hit like a certain age, like 12 to like 15, where you just look awkward, like you look like a little cartoon character or something. I find Corey Feldman looks kind of funny.
Feldman or Haim, because that's Haim.
No, I know that's Haim, but I'm talking about Feldman.
Oh, Feldman. Oh, the awkward teen years.
Yeah, he just kind of looks. I don't know, just the way he looks. Like he said, all kids like they're cute, and then they get to a certain age where they look like they'd smell.
Damn.
No, you know what I mean. Like you just look at kids and you're like, this kid, I think he needs a shower or something. I don't know. It's just like all kids go through that. You just like a little awkwardness or something. I don't know.
I was just thinking of a movie Rob Zombie could do, Last House on the Left.
Didn't they do one?
They did, and it sucked. I hated that. I hated the remake of that. Nah. No.
But again, Last House on the Left. Yeah, it's up his alley.
If he does it in that disturbing way that Wes Craven did it, and to the steroid version of Rob Zombie.
Why does Corey Haim have a picture of that dude on his?
I was gonna say it, but then I was like, oh, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Why? No, like I'm not insinuating that there's anything sexual there. Is it like a sports guy, or I didn't quite see it? Was it an athlete, or I don't know.
I couldn't see it.
Strange.
I just saw the
I don't know.
I was reading. Did you do the spike hair long back?
No, I
didn't.
couldn't.
I did more of Mike's style, like the way Mike's hair is. That was more me, more kind of shaggy, long.
Yeah, I couldn't because I have curly hair, and my hair actually was more like Corey Haim's hair. I had hair I could like
the
backwards.
blowback. The blowback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a few pictures of me from the late 80s. Of course, I was younger than them, but when I was like 8 or 9 and I had like, it was like this, whew, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I couldn't do like, I had friends who did this, the spike, mullet
Same
type
here.
thing. And I was like, oh, no way, dude. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I never went down that road. But there was not many guys who wore like mine, like how Mike's wearing it, where it's just kind of all shaggy. That shaggy look really became popular again, like in the early 2000s to like 2010, that Abercrombie type look. But like guys like me were rocking that look in the 80s. Not many dudes were doing that. More dudes were doing the mullet type style look with their hair.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I don't think the mullet
that.
will ever. I don't think the mullet will ever make a comeback. The shaggy hair thing, like Mike's hair in this film, that seems to kind of resurface every few years. But yeah, I just don't see dudes going back to mullet again.
Yeah, the mullet was pretty intense.
Well, shit, look at beards. I never thought I'd grow a beard, but you know what I mean? That became a popular thing, and I was like, fuck it, let me see how it goes. And
for a long time, most of my life actually, through high school, college, I had a goatee.
I didn't even have that,
Now
but you look at like the 1800s and shit, everybody was rocking a beard back in the day.
That's it. Marciel Morales sends in a super chat, and I think you're a new patron if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, welcome, buddy. Really appreciate it. Says, hey guys, love the show. It's my first time joining in. Yes. Intel Wild sends a super chat, says, Dave or Tony, do you think H kills will be better than H18? It depends on what you mean by better. I think it'll be more violent, that's for sure. I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
I'm hoping to go in there and to come out of there enjoying a Halloween film. That's the expectation that I have set for this film. I'm not setting an expectation of better. I just want to go in and come out going, damn it, I just enjoyed a good Halloween movie. That's it. You know what I mean?
That's kind of how I felt with The Rise of Skywalker. I was like, I just want to go and just don't care anymore. And I got, I think that's why I was able to enjoy it, was because I had low expectations and I knew that JJ was going to deliver something that was very entertaining.
I don't want to sound like I have Halloween as a low expectation. I'm not setting a low expectation. I just want to enjoy it. You know what I mean? I mean, look at what we've got. Our first one was freaking 6, Curse of Michael Myers. Okay, H2O was enjoyable. Then we got fucking bullshit Resurrection. Then we get the 2 Rob Zombie movies, which I walked out of the second one. And then we get the 2018 film. We don't have a good track record of good Halloween films.
I get you.
Watching in the theater.
Yep. So we're at the scene now. We are 30 minutes, 17 seconds into the movie. Michael is I don't know, he's on drugs. They've spiked something.
He's about to hang from the bridge.
Yeah, that's it. They're riding the motorbikes up there and shit.
I think Adam the Woo just did a filming location on this within like the last few years when he was doing that stuff, because I think he stopped doing the movie locations for a while. And he showed what it looks like today. It was pretty cool to see it in, more modern,
Very cool.
And it's actually not that high of a bridge. The illusion of the fog really helps it, but when you look at it in his video, it's like, oh, that's not really a big drop. I mean, it's a drop, but not like super big.
Right. DreamM77, thank you very much, buddy, says, D&T, if Rob Zombie remade Gone with the Wind, do you think he'd use the line, frankly, my dear, I'll skull fuck you, bitch, instead? Also, would HBO Max find that acceptable and air that? Yes, on every part. Yes.
Isn't that movie banned now?
No, it's not banned. It's just been removed temporarily while they instill a discretionary sort of thing about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the fog's good. The fog's good for that.
The fog creates the illusion of that they're a lot higher than they actually really are.
Don't go, Michael. They want to kill you. They want to kill you, but he's going to go anyway. That fog, to me, pretty much, I think it's added in. Definitely added in. That'd be a lot of fog. Oh, can you hang on through this is a really good idea. Can you hang on through the rumble? You see, they don't care because they can fly, right? So even if they were to drop because of the train, they can fly. So it's not a big deal to them. Yeah, come on, bitch. Through the fog. Don't drop. Don't drop. I can't remember what happens. I literally can't remember. Is he going to drop? Is he going to hang on?
At the last second, he pulls a Stand By Me and dodges the train. No.
He didn't drop. I'm telling you, I was worried there for a moment. It'd be cool if they came up through the fog, and that's when it was revealed that there's more to them than meets the eye. Of course, he should be thinking that right about now, but... Oh, he's going to drop. And he all that, he made it through the... Oh! Oh! They're going to catch him, obviously. Right? Fuck, can't remember shit. He's just like, he's hovering in this oasis. This limbo.
Well, he's discovering his vampire powers.
That's right. That's it. Look at those jeans.
Dirty jeans, dirty shoes, dirty
light
shirts.
Blue jeans.
That
light
was the
blue
80s,
dirty
folks.
jeans.
Yep. Oh yeah, I had dirty jeans that they were clean, but they got so much grass stains and shit on it.
That's it.
That your mom just said, "Screw it, I ain't gonna try to get that shit out." And then dirty shoes. Oh my God, having dirty shoes like he's wearing, that was the shit back in the 80s. And then I remember friends of mine would have duct tape around their shoes because the shit would be falling apart, but you didn't want to get rid of them because it was the thing. We just didn't give a shit in the 80s. We really did.
The one sends in a couple super chats. The one says, have you seen the Rob Zombie Halloween fan cut? I checked out bits and pieces of it.
I haven't.
The film addict says, in your opinion, what hairstyle is the worst? Probably the mullet.
Probably the mullet.
Yeah, for sure. The one follows up with, have you seen the Rob Zombie Halloween fan cut? Oh, we just answered that. Bits and pieces of it. Intel Wild says, Dave and Tony, love your shows. Please keep it up. We will, my man. We will. If there's an audience, there will be a show. If the audience goes away, it'll be just two dudes in a room.
Two dudes talking to themselves.
Two dudes talking to themselves. Yeah, that was a great scene. I like that scene. I remember the scene. I remember it started to come back to me, but I couldn't remember what happened. Yeah, I had like Corey Haim's hair a little bit. Not his shirt, though. I didn't wear fucking shirts like that. When I was younger, I used to get Corey Hart and Corey Haim mixed up. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can I used to think that was Corey Haim when I was younger. Thought that was a real dog for a minute. I was like, how can you, that dog is stiff as a board. Oh, it is a real dog. Wait a minute. That didn't even look real the way he was holding it in the kitchen there. It looked like it was like an ornament or something.
I love the cucaracha. On his Jeep, the horn.
Yeah. Gulford's dog says, to celebrate the 4th of July, you guys should watch a really bad British film. It's your continent too, Dave. On the 4th of July. Well, actually, on the 4th of July, we have something very 4th of July planned for that time.
An anniversary one too.
Mm-hmm. That's right. It's not hard to figure out. What's going on? They're riding their bikes. What are you going to do, Michael? What are you going to do? You going to protect your family? Or are you going to go be with the bad guys? Fucking Michael, man. Did this Michael guy go off to do anything else? He's got to be in other movies. Is he in other movies? He's got to be in other movies.
Probably a lot of 80s stuff that we just don't know about because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Or maybe I do because people in the chat will say a movie and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't realize.
Yeah, people will. Definitely people will. Colin Murdy says, Tony, did you get to see the Donald Pleasance clip I sent you via Instagram earlier? It's hilarious. I sent it to Dave and Messenger also. I'll have to check that. The best place to reach me, Instagram, I don't get the notification. I get so many messages. It's just so hard to respond to everybody. The best place to reach me would be probably through Facebook or Twitter. Instagram, I'm still getting the hang of, you know what I mean? Even though I've had it for I haven't even had it a year yet. So, but look at this. Shampoo,
first of all,
baby.
No teenage boy takes a bath.
No,
we did not take a bath.
Not at all. This is purely for the teenage girls.
Now, I'm not saying grown-ass men don't take baths because I don't mind chilling out and fucking relaxing and absolutely. But teenage boys, fuck no. That ain't happening.
This was for all the because they were Corey Haim was on all the teeny bopper magazines, right?
He was hitting his stride at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's a good song though.
It would have worked better if they did Splish Splash, Bobby Darin's Splish Bass.
Ain't got no man. And then in a minute, the guy that sings the song is like,
I ain't got no man, I ain't got no money, I ain't got no wow.
A Nook. That was his dog's name in this movie.
I ain't got
no. That's a husky, I think, isn't it?
Beautiful husky.
Yes. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Put on a towel first, kid. Don't just stand up. Don't just stand up, folks. Man. Intense. That was intense.
I will say this, though. I pissed everybody off in my house I would take epic marathon long ass showers as a kid. I mean, really? I could be in the shower for an hour.
You know,
just chilling, just relaxing. No reason, just chilling.
Even to this day, if I'm having a shower to get, well, I guess you always have a shower to get clean generally. If I'm just having a regular shower, I just, after a run or something like that, I'm in and out in probably 10 or 15 minutes.
Same today. Yeah, exactly.
But so we're at the scene here. Before I continue, we are 40 minutes, 16 seconds into the movie.
And just bit Michael.
Yeah, that's right. And Corey Haim's character here. What's his name in this fucking movie again?
Corey Haim's character?
Yeah.
Oh, I almost said Les, but that's his name in License to Drive.
Okay, we'll call him Bath Boy. Chat room will let us know. Yeah, we're at the scene here where he's, confronted Michael because his
Jesus, what is his name? Sam. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Dia.
My God.
You wait till Mom finds out.
He's taking it really well.
He is. You just found out your brother's a bloodsucker. You're like, yeah.
You're taking it really aren't they? Well, hang on a sec though. Is it because again, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. Does this story take place in a universe where vampires are real? Or is it just, or am I supposed to
No,
believe that this is?
I think it doesn't take place in a. Well, I mean, we know it's real, but I think in their world they don't think it's real.
Right. Okay.
Until obviously they find out it's real.
Yeah. So that so
because when he
took it
goes to
remarkably well.
when he goes to the Frog Brothers, Corey Feldman and the other guy, him,
yeah,
the Frog Brothers, he doesn't even believe him at first when he tells him that they're, you know what I mean? Like, no.
Right, I got you. Well, he's taking it remarkably well. Remarkably well.
I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money.
That song was on the radio the other day. Fuck was I gonna say now? Forget. What the hell was I talking about? Talking about something before I fucking forget. You're a vampire, Michael. He's floating right up to the ceiling. That's funny.
Of course, we all know how they do that effect.
Mm-hmm.
Reversible room. Not sure if they did that for it, but it certainly does look like it.
It could be for this. It could just be, he just could be on wires too.
There he's on wires for sure.
Yeah. If the room was spinning, I would say yes. But it's pretty stagnant, but yeah. Or if he was going all over it, I mean. It's just teen angst, folks. It's just teen angst. You know, he's going. He's fighting it. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. He's being beamed aboard a UFO. That's literally what it looks like here. All you need is a spotlight.
Corey Haim's freak out at this moment is hilarious. When he freaks out right here.
What is going on, ladies and germs? The everyday mom is, and little do you know, this guy's the big baddie. That's probably why they made him the big baddie, because he's very unsuspecting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Flying nun.
He's a good guy. He's not going to be pulled to the darkness. He's been brought here to save you all. Kill it. And then he'll get the girl at the end. We gotta stick together, bro. We gotta stick together. So when the mom comes home, obviously there's, no, we were just messing around. We were just having a little whatever. It'll have to be something like that. They're awfully close to each other there. Come on, everyday 80s mom. Yeah, why? What's wrong?
A horror comic.
I was reading a horror comic, and I just thought I saw somebody out my window, but I'm okay now. Yeah, I'm okay now. That's literally what he just said. That's funny. Now, wait, who's that boy on the back of the milk container there?
The little kid that's with the girl, with the vampires. You'll see him here in a little bit.
Okay. I got you. When was the first time you watched this movie?
In the 80s, probably
Yeah.
like somewhere between 88 and 89.
Yeah.
I can't tell you exactly specifically, but definitely was in the later half of the 80s.
Gotcha.
We were big, like we had every Corey Haim, Corey Feldman movie. License to Drive was very much in heavy rotation in my house. My brother loved that movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is funny. So Corey Haim, Sam, right? He's just put garlic all over his himself. I wonder if the garlic's going to have an effect on this guy. See, I like how they're playing him though. They're playing him like he's just a nerd. You know what I mean? Oh no! Wait, he's not even at the same location. Fuck that. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, he's at his house.
He's at his house.
He's at his house.
Yeah, you think it's like, what's going on? And then you eventually find out, Thorn. This guy looks like he should be like your professor.
In fact, I almost feel like it was 89 because when I was 10 years old, when we were 10 years old, I would have Friday night movie nights, and we'd have friends sleep over. We get like, go up to the old, VHS, store and just grab a bunch of fucking movies. I'm almost positive that was when I watched it, was with a group of my friends and shit.
Cool.
That was fun times.
I can't remember when I first watched this, but it would have been in and around the same time. Maybe early 90s.
I miss walking up to the two things I miss about that. Walking up to the video rental store was always just fun. It was always an adventure to do that shit.
It was.
But talking to the people that work there about movies too. People forget that. Like I used to sit there and shoot the shit about horror movies with the guys who worked at the video shop because they were movie buffs like me.
Yep. Didn't they two just meet and now she's like on the verge
ready to
of making out
bang
with him? There it is. Or she's lying to him. Maybe she's lying. No, maybe not. Oh wow! So they're going full on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because don't remember a fucking thing, so I'm just like, wow, they're going full on. Well, Kiefer Sutherland's not going to be happy about this. He's not going to be happy about this. Listen to this music. This is full on, like, as erotic as it's going to get for like a teenager film right here. Although then again, you look at Twilight and shit. But yeah, I love this. The camera's arcing by the curtain. Behind the curtain, you see them amongst the curtain and the candles. There you go. That's it. That's all you need. You know what happens. Then of course, we cut from there to traveling through the clouds like you're on a high. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's the other vampires coming in.
Sexual. Well, yeah, it is, but it's also it's like a double meaning almost. This is kind of funny. What was I gonna say? The fuck! I forgot what I was gonna say now. That's been happening a lot to me lately. It is. It's been happening to me a lot. I lose my train of thought and shit.
And again, we're at about 50 minutes into the movies, and we've yet to see them transform into the vampires.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? It's playing off that theater of the mind, or the Jaws effect, more or less.
Yep. It's a slow burn in the sense of seeing the actual real effects and no, I agree. She healed you because she loves you, but she may, I don't know. This guy looks like he's out of an 80s film. Of course he is. Super chat comes in from Archie Riverdale. Thank you, buddy. It says, Dave and Tony, you guys are the best commentaries, too. Always have a great time with y'all. Just wanted to say that. Well, thanks so much, Archie. Really appreciate that, man. Very much. And thank you very much for supporting the channel that way. The false prophet says, come on, Dave. It's mood and atmosphere. It is. It is. It is. Tristan Baker says, Dave, you should make a video about Michael Myers. I've made hundreds of videos about Michael Myers, which
not enough.
It's just not enough, apparently.
Dude, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
You keep going. They listen, man. They want 5 a day from you. You can do it. 5 a day.
What color is Michael Myers' underwear? Love the grandpa in the robe there and everything. That's beautiful. That really is what California looks like too. For those of you that have never been up there,
especially the coastline. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have that's true. I mean, if you're high up on a coastline, it'll look like that anywhere, I guess. Don't get too cozy here.
Yeah, she has a close encounter with Cujo. Well, not Cujo, but you know what I mean.
This isn't going to work. This is not going to end well. Hounds of hell and rock inside a corpse's shell. It's Thriller.
It's the protector.
Yep, that's right.
Because he's sleeping. He's vulnerable.
That's it. That's right, because it's the daytime. That's right,
of course, that was a bad edit right there because you don't see the dog behind for a split second.
Yeah.
When she's hopping over, you don't see the dog back there anymore. Then the dog magically appears.
And it didn't look like her either. Obviously,
no, that's all right.
No, it's fine. It doesn't ruin anything. Terrell Sim sends in a $1 super chat. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that. Mr. Zom says, how's it going, Dave and Tony? Love this movie back as a kid. Yeah. I haven't seen it in 25 years at least, so I feel like I'm watching it for the first time. Yeah, man. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro?
What's up, broski?
Bruh.
Let's go catch a whale.
Bro?
Nar.
Eventually, it's not. It went from bro to bruh. Now it'll just be, what's going on, bro? What's happening, bro? What?
Well, yeah. Well, it used to be babe. Now it's bae. Right?
Is it really?
Bae.
Bae? Are you serious? Why are people abbreviating abbreviations? I don't understand this.
Bae, B-A-B-E. Like, hey, babe, what's up? Now it's bae.
Oh my God.
I guess I don't know.
Kids, man. These kids need slaps in the face if it's coming from the kids. Swear to God. I remember when somebody said to me, are you on Insta?
These are the same kids that are eating Tide Pods for challenges.
That's true. Are you on Insta?
Listen, we all did fucked up shit as kids. I'll admit that. But fucking eating or drinking laundry detergent was nowhere near in the top 100 on the list of things I was going to do as a kid.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. The vampire. Ooh. It's nighttime. Is it nighttime now? It's got to be. You know, it'd be really cool if he was the only vampire that wasn't of course, I guess this would go against vampire lore, but how he was like, maybe there's something in Michael that he can actually be out in the daylight. Mm. And that's like, can you imagine? Like, what the fuck? What does that mean now?
All right. The artisan, guys, you should do, guys got to do the Crow. I agree on that. I like the Crow. I like the Crow a lot. Mm. It's kind of it's not a horror movie, but it's very well accepted by the horror community, and especially the first one, Brandon Lee one. Mm.
Is there any point in this movie where the mom kind of is like, I only see him at nighttime? Because that would be like an interesting clue for the audience if they wove that in there somehow. Oh, he senses it. He can smell that fucker. Look at this dweeb. He's a dweeb. Hi, come on in. You're so nice. You're so handsome and tall. I'm really liking you, and then I'm going to have my heart broken because you're actually a bad guy. Corey Feldman looks like he's cosplaying as John Rambo.
He's got like this serious like bitch face look going right now.
He does.
Yeah?
I'm telling
What
you,
up?
he thinks he's Rambo. he's cosplaying as Rambo. That's oh, that's great. Wait a minute, is Corey Feldman's hair here longer than it was at the beginning of the movie? It looks longer than it was at the beginning of the movie, but it could just be me. It's probably.
I think it's about the same. I think it was just the angles that they had him in that you couldn't see the full back of his head.
Gotcha.
Maybe you're right.
That's fair enough. Yeah, thank you. Oh, it's garlic. I bet you the garlic's going to have an effect on him. You want some garlic? Wouldn't he have to be worried about that?
I don't know how Lost Boys. I think they explain
like what the rules are.
Yeah, like how the rules work for him versus the like Kiefer Sutherland. Ones, like how he's able to. Of course, they're doing it. It almost seems like Avengers really would have pulled the Lost Boys here, which is. Right. Oh, shit, you haven't seen this. I don't want to spoil it for you.
No, don't, because this is.
Okay, so like for those who have seen Avengers Endgame, like how they talk about the rules of time travel. That's not a spoiler because everyone knows that was the plot of the movie. And how like the rules of like we interpret, if y'all remember that. I think Lost Boys is doing the same thing here of like the rules of vampires may not be what we know or what we read in books, that it's totally different in like the real world. Right. Kind of like how Avengers Endgame did with their time travel theory.
I got you.
So
I like that though. I like that they're. He just leaves. He just leaves like that. Nobody would just leave like that. But I get it's a great way to end the scene. I'm telling you, there's got to be something we're missing. Oh, he does. A projecting mother. I like that. How about you come over to my place and strip naked and we can have sex there? How's that sound?
Exactly. That was pretty much the real dialogue. We just got the rated G version of it.
That's right. That's exactly what was really said there. Oh, that's funny. Tyler Davis sends the super chat. Thanks, Tyler. Favorite actor or actress in this movie? In this movie? I don't know. I'm not sure because again, like I haven't seen this in so long, and I'm paying attention to it, but obviously I'm doing the show, so I don't really know. I'd have to watch it on my own quietly.
I mean, you can't go wrong with some of Kiefer's work. Kiefer Sutherland's done some good shit. Corey Haim and Feldman also both have done great stuff that I've enjoyed.
Yep.
Lucas is one we don't talk about much. Corey Haim did that. He was great in that. That was Corey Haim, Charlie Sheen. I can't remember the girl's name that's in Lucas as well too.
I love all the wind. I remember that song. Oh, that's just what. Oh yeah, it's just Walk This Way. Okay, no, for a minute there I thought it was another song, but no, it's just Walk This Way.
No, it's Aerosmith, Run DMC's Walk This Way.
It's Run DMC's Walk This Way though.
No, Aerosmith. It's the Aerosmith Run DMC Walk This Way because it's on the vinyl soundtrack as well too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's the crossover that they did.
Right. Howard D sends a super chat. Vamp rules don't apply because Max was invited in. Oh.
Well,
is that how it goes?
But they get in at the end and they're able to kill them with the vamp rules.
It's time to join. Oh, there's your first look at a little bit of a vampire face.
And again, it's very basic. It's just really little prosthetics around the eyes, you know.
And that is 1 hour into the movie. That's an hour and 1 minute into the movie.
And we're seeing them for the first time.
That's right. That's right. Yep. So 1 hour and 1 minute into the movie. You know, I like things like that. You know, you'd be hard pressed to find films that are slower burns, that keep, you know, dangling that carrot, and building suspense in any, you know, type of horror film or any type of horror subgenre that doesn't resonate with fans, you know, and there's psychological reasons for it. There are reasons why they are this type of storytelling using this, you know, works so well.
What I also love is that when they do the vampire kills here, it's not the traditional, okay, let's get him in the neck. Like they fucking rip these fuckers to
Oh yeah, well, Kiefer Sutherland.
And I like that. It's a different take, you know, rather than doing the traditional, okay, let's bite them and suck their blood. No, these fuckers came and fucking shredded them. And I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. They came to mock. They stayed to rock. No, not really. What do you think, Michael? You want to be one of us? This is just the exact same gang from Stand By Me, but now they're vampires. Actually, for those of you who don't know, The Lost Boys is a sequel to Stand By Me.
Exactly.
This is Kiefer Sutherland staring down at little. He's not really little anymore. What's his face from Stand By Me? What the fuck's his name now? Whoa, almost spilt water. That was dangerous. Gordy, that's it. Gordy LaChance, I think. Name? Yeah. Nick sends in a super chat. Thank you, Nick. Says, Dave, I know someone who bows to Hitchcock. She had just read that Woman in the Window book. She had said that it's better than Alfred's Rear Window. Fascinating, interesting. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the American film of The Girl in the Window, which was supposed to come out last month, but I think it's been pushed to next year.
Okay.
Oh, no. What the fuck is that poster? Why is there like this? Wait a minute. She's I know this. She's is this actress? Just a minute. Is this the hang on. Is this the same actress from yeah, it's her. Yeah, she was in Twister as well. That's right. She was in Twister, 16 Candles.
That's right. She plays Bill Paxton's girl in Twister.
Right. Yeah. Jamie Gertz. I think.
Right. I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
She's just a little older. I mean, she's about 6-7 years older when Twister comes out, right?
Yep. That's right. Well, yeah, almost 10 years.
Oh, so almost a decade older. Okay.
Yeah, because Twister was 90.
She's more of a woman. Here she looks like a late teen. She was more like a woman in Twister.
She's actually 22 in this movie.
Just portraying a late teen.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Because I was like, I know this person.
Yeah, Jonathan Nichols. She owns the Atlanta Hawks now, basketball team.
She does?
Wow, she's doing really well for herself. She owns the Atlanta Hawks.
She owns the Atlanta Hawks? She's, well, can't be from her acting career because she's certainly not an.
You got to have some bucks to own a basketball team.
She's got to be. There's got to be something else she's into.
Is it her husband that's the owner, and she's just married to him, to the owner?
She's a professional sports investor, as well as an actress. So,
because you got to be loaded, man, to own any sports franchise.
Yeah, she is part owner of the Atlanta Hawks of the National Basketball. So, along with her husband Tony Wrestler, she is part owner of the Atlanta Hawks. And not to suggest that women on their own cannot own teams. That's not what we're saying. But certainly,
no, I just didn't realize she was loaded like that.
Well, see, that's the thing is that when you look at that's why, like, I look at her IMDb page and I'm like, you know, she's a character actor, at best, really, at the end of the day. And she's been in shows and TV and things like that, doing not a character actor per se, but, you know, she shows up in certain things, but she's not she wouldn't be a multi-millionaire or billionaire from her acting. So that's why I'm like, well, wait a minute, where is this coming from? Her husband is worth $2.5 billion. So her husband is
now that's someone that can own a team.
He's an American billionaire and venture capitalist. So that definitely is where that's coming from, for sure. Mm. And she's still acting. She's still doing some acting. So that's always cool. Stay out. I like the set design on their lair.
Oh,
that's really cool.
The lair is really cool.
It is cool, man. It's very Goonies-esque. Of course, this is only, 2 years after the Goonies. So, I mean, yeah. But this is the kind of shit that I wish we could see more of today. Practical sets, you know. Again, there are thousands of computer-generated visual effects in movies that are made today that even use a ton of practical effects. It's the blending of them that is the key. Like, even The Force Awakens, I know, was praised for its practical effects. Do you know how many thousands of visual effects shots were in The Force Awakens? Thousands of visual effects shots were in The Force Awakens. But they were blended so well. It's great to see them on real locations, in real environments, seeing the dirt on their face and it's one of the things I just did not like about those prequel films. If it was a borderline, not that there's anything wrong with animated movies, but I felt like I was watching a cartoon in some instances.
Well, I think what also hurts a lot of movies today on practical set with a TS. Yeah.
Oh, that's it, folks. That is it.
I think what hurts them a little bit is the fact of you do have the practical sets, but mixed in with modern technology. When you look at practical sets of back in the day, there's a charm to it that you don't have anymore with modern movies. So that's why you see movies like The Conjuring or Stranger Things, especially season 1. When you look at the practical sets and the charm of the 80s and you remove today's modern technology, not that there's anything wrong with today's modern technology, but you do lose that charm that we once had.
Yep. Well, there's a tangibility to it all.
Yes. Like back in the day when they built a practical set, predicting what 2015 would look like, it doesn't look anything like it, but there's a charm to that, even though it doesn't look anything like what we know 2015 is.
That's right.
Like Back to the Future, for example, there's a charm to that.
100%.
Back to the Future 2.
Now, so he is going up there to try and kill. I was going to say, like, what if you kill them during the day because they're asleep? First come, first act. Party on. No, wait, that's Wayne's World. Yes. Ooh. Oh, so it wakes everybody up naturally. Well, there goes. Is he Bill or is he Ted in Bill and Ted's? I think he's Bill, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's Bill. Bill is gone. Or is Bill gone? I think he's gone.
Bill. What is his name in the movie? Bill S. Esquire or something like that? And
Something
Ted
like that.
Theodore,
Yeah.
Ted Theodore Logan.
It is. Yeah.
I was trying to remember their names from the movie.
It
Because
is
they
something
always
like
say
that.
their name in full.
That's right. That's right, dude.
Bill S. Preston Esquire.
Bill S. Preston Esquire. My name's Bill S. Preston Esquire.
And Ted is Ted Theodore Logan, right?
Ted Theodore Logan. Ted is short for Theodore. Isn't it? Yeah.
But I think
Teddy.
the way he says it is he says in the movies like Ted Theodore Logan.
Yeah, right.
Again, I love the practical look on Kiefer's face. Very simple.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not over the top. Very simple. Definitely not sparkling.
Nope. You don't ride with vampires. Get in the fucking car. They're asleep and they're good. They're good. Like they're not like anything's gonna happen. Oh shit! Going off the cliff. That was close. That was close. Warp speed. I love that they still instill like
Star Trek quotes,
but just like language kids would say.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
Like
Especially
things
in the
we would
80s.
say as kids.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Fuck, I still say that shit today. If I'm driving around, I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna put the car in hyperdrive. Oh, that's Jesus, old guy I know too. Fuck. So is Michael not affected by the sunlight then? Was I right about that?
No.
He is?
That's why he's wearing the shades. And that's why he's hiding in the
Oh.
corner. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Fuck yes. Look at those VHSs.
I know. I was just thinking that the VHS
Oh my
store.
God, that's fantastic.
Folks, this is what it was like.
You know what?
Especially in my little mom and pop one, this is very, very much what it was like. They
That's
had the
it.
little racks in the aisles just like that, the small
Yep.
ones that you could
Oh,
grab.
yeah.
Usually those were the ones that nobody would pick. You know what I
One of
mean?
the great things about renting movies from video stores, there was a real excitement when you would go up and the movie that you wanted to rent was in. And it was like,
yes.
fuck yes. There was a high. You were so excited. You're getting your munchies. You got the movie you want to rent. You know what I mean? Sometimes when it was a new release, you had to go up in anticipation. Is it, are they gonna have any copies left?
And our mom and pop video rental store, when the new releases came, they'd be only like 10 of them.
Yeah.
For a town of like
Oh, yeah,
15,000 people or more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Just borrowing some holy water. No biggie.
As if you'd let them do this. I know this old man. The fuck is this old man been in? Just on IMDb. I gotta get this old man. I know him. He would have been Bernard Hughes. Bernard Hughes, really? He was born in 1915. I know him from... What did I see him in? What do I hear that voice? What do I remember him from? Hmm. That can't be that. Huh. Hmm. Maybe I'm not looking at the right guy. It's got to. His name's just Grandpa, right? That's what they call him?
I think so.
That's so weird. I know him from something, and yet I'm not recognizing anything on his IMDb that I'm like, oh, that's where I remember him from. That's so strange. Sister Act 2, but I don't think it was Sister Act 2. That's so strange. Tron, no. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird. I have no idea. No idea. I don't know where I know him from. I was just looking at his IMDb page, and I can't think of where I know him from. Unless it's just a voice that it sounds familiar to somebody else's, and I'm thinking of somebody else, which is entirely possible. No, he's not the guy from Cocoon, no. No, Wilford Brimley? No, he's not Wilford Brimley. He's not talking about his diabetes.
Cocoon's such a good movie, too.
Oh.
Really is.
It's a great movie.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah, it is. It's a great movie. Cocoon 2, but Cocoon
Not
1?
so much, but Cocoon 1, yeah. Really good movie.
They're all ready with their bows and arrows and stuff.
We had that was like ours in our backyard, the one that spun around, the clothesline, not clothesline, the clothes hanger thing.
Yep.
That's what we had. We didn't have the Michael Myers one where,
no, we had the Michael Myers one.
Yeah, the Michael Myers one? Yeah, no, we had the one that spun.
That's the wind. You can hear them coming. What are you doing?
Yep.
Get him in. Get him in. Fuck. Damn sons of bitches. Galford's dog says, never seen Cocoon. You got to watch it, my man.
Why are you unhooking the whole leash? Just unhook him from the leash. He'll run in with you guys.
It's true if you think about it. That's actually a good point. That's actually a really good point.
Right,
why are they not just unhooking?
Time untying it? Just unhook the leash and let's run.
That's actually a really good point. Now that I think about this, why are you wasting time unhooking the leather strap of the leash? Just unhook the leash from the collar.
Right.
And he'll, yeah. That's actually a really good point. That's a really, really good point. Oh! Oh, man.
Right?
Yeah. Corey Feldman was holding that up like a Michael Myers butcher. Oh, yeah. They all kind of look like a little bit in the forehead, and with the eyes and the teeth, they kind of look like a possessed Vincent from Beauty and the Beast TV show.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I can totally see that.
Yeah, they're all like, maybe they're just, oh, was that holy water mixed with onions?
I think so.
Sorry, garlic? Whew, that's intense.
Oh, Nook, saving the day.
Oh, right in the tub. Oh.
Corey Feldman's trying to act all hard like I ain't screaming. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. He's like, fuck this. Show it. You're gonna show it. Yeah, show it. Yeah. Yeah, I love that shit. Great stuff. That's some good stuff. You see, and with that slow burn, like, when you get to this point in the movie, it's worth the wait. Because yes. Yes. I love this stuff. Love this shit. Would not want to have to put that shit together.
Spielberg must have showed up on set that day and be like, guys, we need more blood. Oh, more blood.
That's right. We need more things popping and exploding and
exactly. This scene is falling short. We need more excitement. Come on, guys.
That's it.
Schumacher's like, what the fuck?
I gotta be honest with you. I wouldn't want to be in charge of all that. I would just be like, this is what I want. Now I'm gonna hire the people to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it'd be so tedious.
Schumacher, I mean, he's delivered us some hits, over
Schumacher,
the years.
Oh yeah,
he really has. When you look up his resume, he's done good.
Yep. Schumacher's, I mean, his movies are always entertaining. At the very least, anyway. Holy water in a squirt gun, a water gun. That's great. I had water guns. I think every kid did. Oh, was that through the heart? Okay, if that was through the heart, that was a hell of a shot.
It was probably just lucky. That's some Laurie Strode hitting Michael Myers square in the eyeball.
That was intent. Oh, okay, so it wasn't through the heart. Was it? Oh, you miss, sucker. Kind of sound like, oh. And electrocuted as well. I love that. It's great. Look at those sparks flying off. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Yeah, come on.
That's what I call heavy metal.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, I love it. I love it.
That literally could have been MTV's promo for their fucking 80s generation.
Oh, yes.
The head exploding and everything.
I love it. I love this.
I would be shocked if there was some old promo out there that's probably got that with the old MTV
there's gotta
sign.
be. I'm just and the thing starting to blow and his head blows up. Now it's just you and me, bitch. Because see, what they're really fighting for here is the girl. That's who they're really fighting for, is the girl.
Yeah, but was it ever alluded that Kiefer and her were a thing?
No, but It's the.
I mean, I know she rides on the back of his bike.
No,
but you don't really ever see
It's true. It's true. But in the animal kingdom,
Kurt Angle on me there, buddy.
It's true. It's true. In the animal kingdom, primal instincts. You know what I mean? It's all like the beating of the chimps. It's like the chimps. They're all like, they think we're all fucking. We're getting into it. Oh, the kid. That literally looks like toilet paper. Oh, I see. Okay. This is like some Exorcist shit right here.
The attack of Eddie Munster.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't think the kid or the little boy, has had his kill yet, has he?
I don't recall it.
Because Michael hasn't as of yet, which is why he's not as strong as Kiefer.
Right. Ooh. Come on, David. Huh?
By the way, The Munsters easily for me is my all-time favorite horror-themed television show.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
The Munsters? Yeah. That was fun. Yeah, and I'm going to kill you. That's what he says. Can you imagine that? There they go. Oh, yeah. It's a fucking great-ass 80s blue screen right there. I love that shit.
But here I think it's practical.
No, there is practical. Yeah. There is practical because you go for the close-ups. Yeah. He should turn to him and go, I'm going to put your fucking head on this wall. Well, you can't say fucking, but. Oh. A lot of pointy objects in this room, folks. Sound like
yes,
Batman there.
Alfred's dog Dracula by Rob Zombie was inspired by the Munsters. The Munsters was also one of his favorite shows growing up as a kid. He grew up watching that shit.
Yeah,
I had to
yeah.
enjoy it much later on.
Michael sounded like Batman there. Never. Oh yeah, what a way to go. Oh yeah. You might think that he's the Vader to the Emperor, you see. There's somebody even worse. Right now you're like, oh, I guess the movie's done. It's over. It's like, no. There's still a few minutes left, folks. There's still...
The only thing I wish is that the fight between the two of them, it should have lasted a little longer.
I agree.
It was very, very short. You know, they were building this rivalry between Kiefer and him throughout the whole movie. And I always did feel that the fight between him and Kiefer was very short.
Which is a little short, kind of all of a sudden.
Like he beat him a minute's worth, 90 seconds worth.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have hurt.
Like he beat him almost a little too easily.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't had his first kill yet, which means Kiefer should technically have been the stronger vampire. And it was just kind of some back and forth, like fucking test of strength wrestling shit, which that was, of course, was popular in the 80s.
Yes, that's true.
Test of strength.
Yeah.
And then it was done,
Yep, I know what you mean. No. There's still one more. This is great. Oh, now he's going to get pissed. He's going to get pissed. Love that shot there. Tracking in on them. Love the red light. Love the anticipation here.
You know what's funny? I'm actually anticipating next week's show because we've never actually talked about, even to each other. And I almost don't want to talk about it with you because I have no idea what your thoughts are on this movie.
Mm.
I was just looking at what's coming up next week, what we're doing. Oh, well, there you go. That's how he was able to survive all that shit.
Right.
I forget that. That's right.
Yeah, they chose the right guy because he looks so unassuming and nerdy. Oh, yeah? Your boys. He's starting to talk like this a little bit. Your boys.
Blood-sucking Brady Bunch.
Yeah. You know who would have played this role really well, too? John Lithgow.
I could see that. I could totally see that, yeah. You ever see Raising Cain?
Not in a long time.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking tearing shit up now. Can you imagine he just snaps Corey Haim's head?
Could have.
Can you imagine? Don't you touch my mother. Just like oh, shit. Oh! Can you imagine? That would have been amazing. Love the way he's reaching forward to. Just very awkward. Just his hands, just great. Great. Oh, Grandpa saves the day. Oh, right through. Oh, and the fire and everything. Yes, I love showing the one explosion 3 times. It's great. I love that
exactly.
shit. Got to show it from like
the Frog Brothers, also known as Dave and Tony. That was Dave and Tony, folks, back in the day, putting our goggles on.
Yeah, that's right.
Watching everything blow up.
That's it. That's it. Way to go, Gramps. You saved the day.
We blew up a garbage can back in the day.
Did you?
An M80. Yeah, small garbage can. Nothing like serious.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, did we ever blow up anything as kids? I mean, we blew up a lot of M80s. Mostly we lit M80s, though, in the ground and just watched
Gotcha.
But we did throw one time in a small little garbage can at a park.
Yeah.
That fucker got wrecked.
The real question here is,
M80s were the shit back in the day, and M80s were legal in the 80s, and then they weren't.
Yeah. The real question is, does this woman, is she still attracted to greasy, sweaty saxophone guy? That's what I want to know. Is there competition in the greasy, sweaty saxophone guy?
Oh, you mean Kenny G, Arnold Schwarzenegger hybrid
/
yeah,
Shawn Michaels? Yes. That's what I want to know. He should become a vampire, and that's where it cuts to black, and that's it.
Well, he says about something about the vampire here. Vampires. And that's it. Such a good movie.
It's a good movie. Yep, it is.
It really is.
There were a lot of things. There were a lot of things in there that I remembered, and a lot of things I totally forgot about. So that's really cool, folks. That is it. That is 87, right? I think it is.
Yep,
1987's The Lost Boys, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman. A movie that I have not seen in a long time, but did see here now for the first time in quite a while. And it was great to watch this. Hey, we got a few minutes. Let's go over to the chat room and see what's going on with you guys. Did you watch it with us? Did you not? Let's see what's going on. If you have any questions, we got some time. I got a few moments here. Let's answer some questions from you guys. And what is shaking in the chat room? Dwayne Frierson says, David was the scapegoat the whole time, and Max was the head of the herd. That is correct. That is correct. Yeah. Super chat comes in from Terrell Sims. Thanks, Terrell. Says, Dave, I want to support the IndieGoGo for It's Me, Billy when the campaign launches. Cool. Can I support through Google Play money as an alternative payment? I don't know. You mean to the campaign or as a side thing? I'm not sure how Google payment or how Google Play money works. I have no idea. Is that like
I don't know.
Is that like Bitcoin? Is that like, how does that work? I'm not sure. I don't see why not. Like, as far as I know, when you would go to the campaign, yes, to the campaign. Yeah, you would go, you would choose something you want to support, one of the incentives, the perks, and then you would, I don't know. I don't know if it was through credit card or through, I'm sure PayPal's got to be an option. Google Play money might be an option.
I'd be shocked if PayPal wasn't an option. PayPal is pretty much taken almost everywhere.
Exactly.
Now.
I'm not entirely sure, but we'll know soon. Maybe do a quick Google search. Just kind of put Google Play Money / IndieGoGo or something like that. See maybe if something comes up. Maybe IndieGoGo has a page about it. I'm not sure. Michael Anderson says, my question for Dave and Tony. Walker, Texas Ranger. Better actor, Haim or Feldman? I got Haim because Lucas is amazing. Better actor.
Lucas is good, and Haim was really good in Lucas.
I think Haim probably was the better actor. Probably.
I'm just trying to think of their movies right now. And
Feldman was always sort of in. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, because License to Drive, Haim really, it's Haim. It's really Haim's movie. Even though he's there as his best friend in the movie.
Yeah.
Even Dream a Little Dream, which is a really good movie that doesn't get talked about much. Haim's performance in that is really good as well too.
Yeah. I would say probably Haim.
Yeah, I got to go with Haim on that one as well too.
Yeah.
But I mean, Feldman, it's not like I hate Feldman's.
No, not at all. No. But he's certainly no. I mean, Feldman is never really.
Silver Bullet too. That's another one of my favorite top 20 horror movies. Haim is great in that. And Silver
and you have to.
It's one of my favorite werewolf movies.
Feldman, by and large, has always been complimentary, part of an ensemble. You know what I mean? He hasn't really. He hasn't really taken the lead per se. I mean, Friday the 13th Part 4, maybe. You know what I mean? But I mean, certainly he's fine, but he's, just in,
And here's the thing, knowing that Corey Feldman, when he got to his teen years, when they did Jason Lives, do you think all of us could actually believe Corey Feldman could go toe-to-toe with Jason in Jason Lives or Tom? You know what I mean? Tom actually seems like he's the better Tommy Jarvis to go toe-to-toe with Jason versus to the teenage Corey Feldman version of Tommy Jarvis.
Yeah. And looking at what Corey Feldman looks like as an adult man, he doesn't, he's a small guy.
Very small guy.
So
that's not a knock at him. I'm just saying.
No, not at all.
For believability, it did make sense that Tom was the guy that they did. Yeah,
Tom
Friday
Matthews.
6. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. Let's see. The girl's ass at the beginning of the shower scene says D&T, Marlon Brando or Al Pacino on the talent scale. Oh, it's hard to say. I think I will probably
Brando's early work.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know. I've seen more Pacino films than I have Brando films. That's the thing. So it's not really a fair comparison. Equally. Yeah, I'd have to. I don't really know. It's
one of my favorite black and white films of all time is On the Waterfront with Brando. That's a great movie. Streetcar is a great movie as well too.
Yeah. That's one of his classics.
But I love On the Waterfront. That is a really good movie.
Yeah.
Godfather, but of course they're both in it.
They are,
and it ultimately becomes Pacino's franchise.
Yeah,
that's tough. They're both great in their own way,
Yes,
yeah,
for sure.
Oh, Michael, dude, I know you were kidding about the Walker text. I get it. I'm wearing dude, you cannot not wear this and not expect people to give cowboy comments.
No, exactly. Come on.
Come on. That's a given.
That's it. It's part of the just.
I wear it. You guys got to say it. You know what I mean?
You go.
That's how it works.
That's it. Eric Olson sends in a super chat and says, a saxophone guy makes the movie a 10 out of 10 just for him alone.
Arnold Schwarzenegger / Kenny G / Shawn Michaels.
That's it. Just that alone. He just makes it incredible. Daisy McMillan, best Corey Feldman movie is Stand By Me.
Oh, too? That's tough.
I would say that.
I agree with you. It's such a great movie. But as far as best ensemble movie that he's a part of, damn, that's tough. Goonies over Stand By Me.
Well, they're two different. Like, Stand By Me is sort of it's a coming of age drama. The Goonies is a coming of age, but it's
adventure.
It's children friendly. Right. Yeah, it's very children friendly. Although a lot of kids like Stand By Me because it's kids, it's not really a kids movie per se. It's more of a I understand why kids gravitated towards it. I do. But certainly the subject matter is a little more adult. Yeah. It's a little more adult.
Teen.
Yeah.
I think I finally actually saw Stand By Me right around when I was 12, 13 years old and, enjoyed it. I probably saw it when I was younger, but just didn't really care for it, but when I began to appreciate it was around that 12, 13 years old.
Right. Yeah. Stand By Me definitely, it's amazing. It's still, I'm looking outside and it's still bright out. It's 9:01 and the longest day of the year is coming up
We didn't have that weather today, man. God is pissed off at Georgia right now. That was a crazy ass hailstorm.
I saw that on your Instagram,
man. I was like, we're gonna die. Like, all right, here we go.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Nuttiest storm that I've ever been in. That was just insane. If you haven't seen it, I shared a hailstorm today that we got hit with in Georgia. It was the craziest hailstorm. Never have ever been in anything like that.
That's crazy. Dreed Mem 77 sends in a super chat. Thank you very much, buddy. Says, Dave and Tony, are you excited that movie theaters will be opening up again soon? What movies do you think you'll see in the theaters for the rest of 2020? Well, for me, yes, I'm excited for movie theaters to open up again. Yes, I will be there. I can only speak personally, of course, but I'm not worried. And movies that I want to see in the theater, I don't know. It's been things are so wishy-washy now, and dates have been moved around, and I don't even know what's coming out anymore. I was looking for, Tenet, of course, I was looking forward to see, but I'm not going to rush out to the theater to see that or anything. I am looking forward, but it's not a movie I'd see in the theater though. Mulan, it looks promising, but I wouldn't go see that in the theater. If somebody wanted to go see it, I'd go see it, but it's not one that I'd be like, I gotta go see Mulan. Let me see. I am looking for, I don't know if it's still, if the date's been moved or not, but I am looking for, looking forward to Dune, which is supposed to come out in December. Really looking forward to that. Galford's dog says even Tenet got pushed back. It did, but it got pushed back by like 2 weeks. It's not a big deal.
Probably me would be Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, Top Gun,
very,
right?
Very much looking forward to Top Gun Maverick.
But is Top Gun this year or is Top Gun next
December? I think it got pushed to December. If I'm not mistaken, somebody in the chat correct me if I'm not, but I'm almost positive they pushed that to the end of the year.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so
I could be wrong though. It could be next summer. But I don't think it got pushed back a year. I thought it just got pushed back 6 months.
You might be right. I am looking forward to Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh yeah,
next year.
That's a trailer that I am looking forward to.
Yep, I'm Team Godzilla, but
Team Kong. Ooh, that'll
Team
be
Kong.
fun, dude. We should do the original King Kong versus Godzilla.
The 1963
one
or 4 or whatever.
I have that on VHS and I have that shit on digital.
I have it on VHS. Yeah, that's so funny.
It's guys, man, if you have
so
that,
bad.
Seriously, before the new King Kong versus Godzilla comes out, which is going to be epic and great, you gotta watch the old one that we grew up with. It's all we had. It's
awful. Well, that one and yeah, I liked King Kong. King Kong Lives in the mid-80s.
Was great. King Kong and King Kong Lives, man. Again, movies that were on heavy rotation in our house. Me and my brother loved those two films. I know the Jeff Bridges one, King Kong, gets flack sometimes, but I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh yeah, 1976. That was Jessica Lange's first movie.
Lang. What's his name there? He's in
Charles
Midnight
Grodin.
Run. Charles Grodin. Yeah. Actually, look, nothing's going to top the original 1930s, and I get it, but I prefer the 76.
Oh, well, it's an acquired, because the 1930s film, 1933, is stop animation. So, but again, you got to watch it within its context.
Great stop animation for the time, too.
Absolutely. Yes, for sure. And I definitely, those were in my house. Godzilla 1985. And I had a bunch of Godzilla movies, of course. Godzilla versus Megalon.
Did you like Jackson's Kong? King Kong?
I did like Jackson's Kong. There was a few things in there that I thought were a little overkill. Long. But I did like it. I did like it.
Agree.
Although the message at the end of the movie, though, like I remember when I watched it, and I get why his character is saying that, because his character is so. It's why it works when King Kong is lying there amongst the crowd.
Oh, the beauty killed the beast line.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck you talking about, you piece of shit? No, but that's with his character, though, right? Like, it's like, what do you mean? Beauty didn't kill, you killed the beast, you motherfucker.
Well, they say that at the end of the 30s, too. That's
Sorry?
the guy says it at the end in the
100%.
Well, year is it? 33?
33.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I always get that. Like I'm always like, no, it wasn't beauty that killed the beast. It wasn't his desire to go after the woman. It wasn't, well, if he didn't want to go after the woman, we wouldn't have had to shoot him off the building. I mean, that's essentially what they're trying. And I'm always like, no, but again, it plays into the character, right? I mean, they're so. It's like, oh, that damn gotta blame somebody else here. Damn fucking beauty that did it. Like, no, it wasn't. Yeah, that was Jessica Lange's first movie.
Yeah, and I agree with Guilford Dog's comment here that Jessica Lange in Kong 76 was the most beautiful woman of all time. Yeah, she's stunning in King Kong.
Very pretty in that movie.
Very, very, very attractive.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Terrell Sims sends a super chat, says, Tony, since you're a photographer, how can I develop a style or identity if I want to do the same? Dave, answer it will. Will It's Me, Billy be independently composed? Me start?
Yeah.
Composed, do you mean like soundtrack or do you mean composing a shot? I think you mean soundtrack though, right? Is that what you mean, Terrell? The soundtrack will yes, it will be a soundtrack. Okay, it will be a combination of a couple of things. The soundtrack for Black Christmas, the musical score, if you've ever seen the original Black Christmas from 1974, there's not a lot to that soundtrack. The soundtrack to the original film is basically number one, Billy's, all that shit. I mean, that's you hear that through the entire film. That's really eerie and creepy. And there's also most of when weird and eerie shit, the what we would call today as soundscape, horror drone type music. In that movie, it was just a bunch of piano scrapes. It was,
Yep. And that's the cool thing that you don't have to worry about, man. You don't need to worry about a score, which is awesome.
Yeah. So a lot of what we're trying to do with It's Me, Billy is bring it back to its roots. So, it's not a spoiler to say that we want to honor that as well. And sort of that I can mix and do that at home here because I have all of the software and the equipment to do that. So, design, like I'm going to be I will be editing the film with Bruce. We'll be, editing the picture as well. Again, if we get to make the movie, first comes first, right? But we'll be editing it here and we'll also be doing all the sound design here as well. So that's the great thing about it is that most of the movie, when it comes to the creepy, eerie shit will be stuff that I can compose really easily because we want to honor that. We want to honor that same sort of, oh my God, that Black Christmas sound. You know what I mean? And so that's going to be really cool. Now, when it comes to like maybe a track like Silent Night, things like that, we're in the process of
Isn't Silent Night a public
Silent Night is, but the lyrics are not. The lyrics so
the melody of Silent Night is public.
I believe so, yeah. So I could have, I could even just and I could use that however much. But if I want to add no, excuse me. You are correct, I believe. You are, excuse me, I was thinking of another track that I want to use. You are correct. I believe Silent Night with lyrics are in public domain. Now, what that means is that you are free to use it, but it has to be an original recording of it.
Right.
So
right. You can't just rip off like Percy Faith or somebody,
exactly.
What I mean?
So I can hire somebody to go and record Silent Night, and maybe I have to pay them, but I don't have to pay, anybody else to use it. I can use it. Now with fan films, you can't make any money off of fan films anyway, depending on what the track is and things like that, because I'm looking into the recording that was used in the original film, which is what we want to use. So, I'm looking into that as well. It's Carol of the Bells. Carol of the Bells is a song that may end up
that's one of my favorite Christmas tunes.
Same. That may end up in the film as well. And that is the one where the melody that is in public domain, but the lyrics, what is it? Hark something bells.
I don't think people care about the lyrics. I think people just care about the melody. The melody is so iconic.
They do, but when you hear a choir sing it, it's so eerie and creepy, and it's just great stuff. So that is not, the lyrics have not entered public domain yet. So, but again, I mean, it's a fan film. We're in the process of trying to figure all that out now. Some we might just be like, you know what, who cares? We can't make any money off of it anyway. But then there's some things we really want to sort of create. But the soundtrack, or the score, I should say, because whether it's Silent Night or Carol of the Bells, that would be part of the soundtrack per se. It's a matter of semantics at the end of the day. But the score itself will be designed here in my place, because you can do it digitally now, whereas back in the day they couldn't. They actually had to have a piano in a studio going, things like that. But now you can do it all digitally, and it sounds real. So that's what we'll be doing.
No, you should do if we can make the movie, man. You got a HDN recorder, right? The same one that I have. One of them.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you need to go to a real piano and fucking just hook that recorder up and do it for real. That's what
maybe I will. Maybe I will.
You know what you need to do? It should be one of those old school pianos that's not quite in tune. That has
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean. I'm not saying completely out of tune, but just enough to go, damn, that gives it a real creepy
That's
element.
right. That's right. Yeah, no, it's completely out of tune. So your side of the question now.
Oh, as far as, dude, look, the only reason why I do what I do now on Instagram is because I got tired of, everybody was doing the same shit. You know what I mean? Like everybody was literally doing the same type of street photography, landscape photography, and I've got my black and white, but even with my black and white, on my other Tony Michael picks, I'm going to be doing that here soon, but it's going to be horror, but it's going to be more of a realistic supernatural horror thing that I'm going to do. So I've managed to, obviously I love horror. So, and I'm a photographer. So I've taken two loves in my life and just combined it into what you see on Instagram, on now soon to be both of my accounts. So as far as finding a style, I would say at the end of the day, I'm more happier doing what I'm doing now than I ever was. And I tried it. Guys, I tried it all. I tried the street photography thing. I did the landscape thing. I did abandoned stuff. My frustration was not because the pictures were bad. It was because I'm doing the same shit as this person. Like I don't like doing the same shit as other people. I want to be my own, and I want to create my own shit. And for you, man, I would just say the same thing. Just whatever your interests are in life, that should be what you should be photographing and capturing, whatever you love.
No, you're bang on. There's a saying, and you hear it a lot, but it's totally true. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's making movies, whether it's writing stories, talk about what you know, write about what you know, take photos of something if you're really into, I don't know, Lego blocks and building little, take fucking photos of them. Use Yeah, exactly. Save up, buy a couple of lenses that can help to give you some shallow depth of field, and so you can make them look like really like kind of real and against the backdrop of certain things. Just have fun with it. Like if you don't give a shit about real estate or don't go out and do that. You know what I mean?
No,
do what
if you want to do it for a career to make money, that's fine.
Different. Yeah.
But if you're so, as far as like creating content, create what you love,
Exactly. I could not agree more. Very generous super chat comes in from Frank, my man. Thank you so much, Frank. Frank says, D&T, I polished Blum's computer, and he told me a Halloween box set is coming with deleted scenes, included Michael on fire from Loomis's gin breath in H2, a Meeker Loomis sex scene, and Tramer switching with Michael at the end of H2O. Frank, how do you get this information? Frank, you are amazing.
Inside guy. Frank is the inside guy. If you want to know anything Halloween, you need to hit Frank up.
You need to hit Frank up because Frank travels the world with Jason Blum.
And him and Blum are like, I mean, they're besties.
Oh, they're besties. Like I said, they were just fucking farting in the Congo. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Frank is just unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. Robert Thidov says between Johnny Lawrence, Chosen and Mike Barnes. Chosen and Mike Barnes? Who was Daniel LaRusso's toughest opponent?
Well, that's been my only issue with the Karate Kid. It's the first Karate Kid is my all-time favorite movie. What the issue that I have is it really is out of sequence. Barnes should have been the second opponent that Daniel defends his title, because you're telling me he survives a death match, which arguably his more superior opponent, Chosen, should kick the shit out of Johnny Lawrence and Mike Barnes, no questions asked. Based on how Chosen is portrayed in Karate Kid 2. Karate Kid 2 should have ended the series. That should have been the final one. So as far as toughest opponents, hands down, it would be Chosen. And it's unfortunate that the two couldn't have been just flip-flopped because of storytelling. It would have made more sense, because it made no sense for LaRusso to come back surviving a death match, and now you're afraid of Barnes? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Yeah. I remember you talking about that before. Yep. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to get some people I haven't seen before. Perry Daig? Is that right? Daig? D-A-G-E? Perry Daig? Do you guys only watch horror movies on Two Dudes and Some BS? No. Last week we watched The Goonies. The Goonies.
Last week,
although for the next few weeks it's going to be relatively horror.
Yes. We are definitely, we lean very much horror. So I would say that probably about 90% of the movies we will watch on this show will be horror related. Now that doesn't mean they're always going to be mainstream horror. I mean, about a month and a half ago, we watched the 1931 original Dracula.
Frankenstein will obviously come at some point.
That's coming. So, but it will always be more than 90% of the time horror related. But sometimes, it's
the audience we've built, what you've built on your YouTube, what I've built on Instagram. People have asked me like, hey, dude, are you ever going to do superhero, cosplay stuff? And that's not the audience that I've built on Instagram. I've built a horror community, and that's what I'm going to stick to.
Well, that's right. I mean, you have nearly 10,000 followers on Instagram.
10K. That's hard. 10,000 on Instagram is hard.
100%, dude. It's 100%.
That is not an easy task to get to. I see that it's getting closer, and I'm like, I'm almost there. Almost gonna have that K after my name.
I think that's great. I think that's great. It's hard to do. And I did it in a year. I mean, I started the horror theme March of last year, so I'm just over a year and gonna hit 10,000. That's right.
Which is really cool.
That's insane.
So,
yep,
super chat, sure, Southpaw 82, $5. Thank you, dude. Hey, it's for you.
Dave. Hi, Dave. You always speak Halloween, but I never hear you speak on Rob Zombie's Halloweens. Why not?
We just talked about that tonight, actually. That's weird.
Funny enough,
we did.
Tony and I not only talked a bit about that tonight, but we Tony and I have a Two Dudes and Some Bullshit that is dedicated to both Rob Zombie's 1 and 2.
And we're going to watch those at some point.
I don't know what, let me just see what, Two Dudes, Rob Zombie, what episode was that? It was episode 22. Episode 22. It's got 12,000 views. So
we talked about the movie. We didn't watch it.
Right. We talked about both Rob Zombie's 1 and 2. We didn't watch it because this is when we were still doing Google Hangouts. And this is from
wow. Damn.
Yeah, this is from the 14th of May of 2019. So over a year ago. But yeah, no, we do. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of them. I don't like Rob Zombie's.
That's gonna be a fun night when we watch those movies.
Yes, it will. Now, I do like, but when I say this, I say it with a grain of salt. I do like Rob Zombie's 1 better than I do 2, but it's not. I don't mean I like Rob Zombie's 1. It's in comparison to, right? Yep. So I'm just not a fan of the style he chose. It's very, what people like about those movies are the same things I generally don't like about those movies. Yep. So yeah.
Wait till next week.
There we go.
I know I keep teasing him. It's wrong.
Super chat, Jason Nike. Thanks, buddy. Sends, hey Dave and Tony. Hope you are well. Can't stay long. Setting up to record for my channel tonight. This is going to be awesome. That's right, Jason Nike, of course, great supporter of the channel here. One of my great moderators has just set up his own YouTube channel. It's in its infancy. It's in its infancy, as he said the other day. But he's excited about it. He's working hard, and you got to start somewhere. So head over to his channel and check it out and give him some love if you have some time. And thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate that.
Here you go. Here you are. All right.
Andrew L sends in a super chat and says, favorite use of practical effects in a horror film. Oh, geez. I mean, there's so many, but the first that popped right into my head would have been American Werewolf in London. Which was
that's one of the best werewolf transformations next to Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really good transformation too.
Yeah.
Those two are real when it comes to werewolf transformations. American Werewolf in London and MJ's Thriller are very neck and neck for the physical transformation of when they turned into the wolf.
That's
very good transformation.
Yeah. All right, we'll take this thing we'll take it to 9:30. We'll take it to 9:30.
That's good.
I don't know, but that's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of them, though. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, even The Fog had some good practical effects, and somebody's, there said The Thing, absolutely. The first Elm Street had great practical effects.
Elm Street, yeah. Tina's death is my favorite kill in horror. It's my best.
Yeah, it's my favorite. But it's not just. See, the thing that's so great about Tina's death,
it's her selling it because there's nobody in there.
Right, but it's not just the moment that she's being attacked. It's it's like the 2 minutes.
It's the seduction. Build up. It's the seduction to
it's the build up. Like, dude, like when she thinks she's awake. I mean, obviously we get the sense that she's dreaming, but she's awake. She goes to the window. She's there. She hears a stone thrown at the window. Like it's from that moment when she's in bed and she hears the stone tossed at the window, and she tries to wake up her boyfriend. Can't. Looks at the window again because it's louder. She walks over to it, and is looking out there. And is like, what's going on? And that Elm Street drone, and she goes down. It's quiet. You hear the crickets. She turns on the porch light. She opens up and she looks out there and she's like, who is that? And all you hear is Tina. But it's the way it's like, and that music, and then there's that one where it's like, who the hell is that? No. Before that, it's Tina. It's like, who the hell? And it's everything. It's all that. It's all of that without all of this buildup. And then she gets into the alleyway and the shadow and the silhouette of the fedora and the lean. Yeah. And he's like, Tina.
Oh, the marionette puppet scene. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's walking down like this. And it's like, please, God, this is God. You know what? It's everything. It's everything. And then it's topped off by that epic moment where she's rolling on the ceiling and shit. And it's like, oh my God. Like, I can only imagine, because of course in 1984, we were 5. Watching that movie for the first time in the movie theater would have been wow. My God.
Well, I was like that because a year later when I'm 6, I'm watching it going, wow, this is the greatest thing ever.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. But to have sort of the cognitive awareness of an adult or like a teenager. I get what you're saying. Yes. Yeah, watching it in a theater.
It. Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Would have been like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Would have been wild, man.
Ooh, Nick Townsend. Yes, Tony and Dave, have you seen Rosemary's Baby? Great film. Yeah, actually,
yes.
Inadvertently, I had a Polanski night the other night. I watched the Ninth Gate, which
Okay.
I actually really like that movie. I know it's kind of it's a mix, within the horror community, but I like it. And then I watched Rosemary Baby. I watched both back to back.
Rosemary's Baby.
Just kind of how the movie or how my night went. Just watch those two films back to back.
Roman Polanski's obviously there's a whole side of Polanski.
Yeah,
but as I've said many times on this show, and as I've said on my own McRae Live, you can be a scuzz-sucking piece of shit and a really talented person at the same time. They're not it's not either or. I mean, you can be a piece of shit and be really, really talented.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not,
sucks, but
it sucks, but it's true. But yeah, so Rosemary's Baby is fantastic. Oh, it's a great movie.
Did you like Ninth Gate or no?
I haven't seen it in a long time, so I'd have to watch that again. But I don't remember not liking it.
It's a good mystery movie. I love it when it gets into when he starts comparing the books and stuff and the little oddities that are different and shit. Like I love little shit like that.
Yes. Yeah. I got you. Movie Chat and More says Dave McRae, Temple of Doom or Return of the Jedi? Well, they're two different.
That's not fair for me because I've only seen Raiders. I haven't seen the full. I need to get on that. I need to see. But I've only get
on that. Oh, Raiders is.
Sorry. Who's Data? The one I've seen. The other one that I've seen is Data.
That's a Temple of Doom.
So then I have seen Temple of Doom. All right. So
okay. Yeah. Raiders is fucking fantastic too. Raiders of the Lost Ark is like the quintessential swashbuckling fucking adventure. It's so great. There's so many great things in that movie. Anyways, we're talking about Temple of Doom. I would say that
Me would be Return of the Jedi. That's my favorite Star Wars movie.
I would say that I like more of Temple. And again, it's not that I don't like Return of the Jedi, but I think there's more of Temple of Doom that I like. And then Return of the Jedi, I love Jabba's palace. And I love the throne room. But things with the Ewoks. Yeah, the Ewoks thing is sort of, as I've gotten older, the Ewoks thing is a little kind of, just kind of.
Again, another movie that we watched a lot as kids was Ewoks Adventure and Ewoks Battle of Endor.
Yes.
Watch those movies religiously as kids.
Oh, yeah.
But you're right. As you get older, you're like, all right.
I think
the same.
Return of the Jedi it's not. I don't think it's a bad film at all, but it's fine. But I think that I think there's more of Temple of Doom that
badass.
It's badass. Yeah, it's just more badass. You know what I mean? And it's dark. Like it. Temple of Doom was not the first rated PG-13 movie, but the Temple of Doom was the movie that caused the MPAA at the time. Now it's just the MPA, the Motion Picture Association of America, to create the PG-13 rating. It was because of Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom was actually PG, but they were like, Jesus, we don't have anything beyond. It's not R, but it's not PG. It's like, God, we need something in the middle. So Temple of Doom ended up being PG, but I forget what the first movie was after that ended up being that as soon as there was something was like, then it's PG-13. Temple of Doom is just, again, I've often said, Raiders is the best Indiana Jones movie. Raiders is a fucking amazing movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But I cannot help, I still think to this day, maybe it's changing a little bit as I get older, but I still think Temple is my favorite Indiana Jones. I think it's just the non-stop plane falling, voodoo, hearts being, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Bugs and eating bugs and shit. And it's wild. It's just so wild.
Now that you're talking about, that is the other one. Those are the two indie films that I have seen.
Yeah. But hands down, Raiders is a better movie. It's a better movie in terms of it's the quintessential, it's exactly what they wanted Indiana Jones to be. And Last Crusade got rid of the temple in terms of the darkness and kind of went back. But I thought Last Crusade went a little too far. I like Last Crusade. I do. I like it. But funny, it's my least favorite of the original three. And I think there's something about Last Crusade that is.
Isn't River Phoenix in that one?
He's at the very beginning he plays young Indy in a flashback, or not in a flashback, but in a at the beginning of the movie. I like Last Crusade, but it's very sort of it's got a whimsy to it, and it's not that the Indiana Jones films didn't, like Raiders did too, but it was more still kind of adult, whereas Last Crusade still kind of it's the relationship with his father, like Dad what, you know, Dr. Jones, yes, and they both say it at the same time, and there's just things like that where it's like it's childlike, it's but yet there's things in the Last Crusade that I really, really like too at the same time. Anyway, that wasn't the question, but certainly, I think overall, I probably enjoy watching Temple of Doom. Like overall, there's more things that I like about it than Return of the Jedi, but I like Return of the Jedi too. I mean, it's great.
It's great.
It's great. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's great. Okay. It's great. I like it. I like it a lot. I like Raiders. But not, I like it. It's great. It's great. Howard D says, Freddy running after Tina was terrifying. Right, Trump. Was terrifying. Freddy running after Tina was terrifying. I could have run faster, quite frankly. Quite frankly, I thought she sucked. But what are you going to do?
How does Trump feel about the new country Chaz?
I like Chaz. I've been there many times. Tremendous people.
I feel like he's gonna say cheese at some point. I love cheese. It's the best.
Love cheese.
And I love it on my bread, and I love it on my pizza.
I love cheese. I think it's tremendous. I love the president, Mr. McCheese. He's great.
Mr. McCheese.
He's great. I love him. He's great.
That's what
He's
I'm gonna call the
amazing.
president of Chaz now, Mr. McCheese.
He's absolutely fantastic. I love him. He's fantastic. I love the guy. I bought him a new car. It's like, what's going on here? I love him. He comes to my golf course and he's amazing. I love the guy. He's fantastic.
We have lost it, folks.
We've lost it. We've gone over a little bit.
Mayor McCheese, Frank Riker.
Mayor McCheese. I love me some Kraft, some macaroni. Zach Gaxo says, that Dave McRae, who do you think will end up dying in Halloween Kills? I personally hope they don't kill Brackett. Everybody! Have you heard? I think it'll be...
I still think the ballsiest move would be to kill Laurie in this one. I do.
Yeah, I know. It would be ballsy.
Even though they won't, I think it would be the ballsiest move to do.
Oh, yeah. 100%, man. 100%. Hey, listen, that is going to do it for Tony and I here on episode 74 of Two Dudes and Some Bullshit. I want to thank my moderators.
We got a good one next week.
What's that?
I said we got a good one next week.
Oh, we got a good one next week for sure, but we're going to keep it a secret till later on in the week. Thank you to my moderators, Frank Riker, Darren Sands, Tabitha Short, Jason Nike. You guys keeping the chat room flowing. You guys are amazing. We love you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who sent in super chats. Really appreciate that. And of course to the non-super chat questions as well. Remember, if we don't get to your questions, it's never personal. The chat room's moving by. Tony and I like to be thorough. Try again next time, and we always come around. Eventually it'll be answered at some point. Yeah, Tony, any last things you want to say?
No, good stream tonight. Good hanging out, watching Lost Boys with you guys, and we'll see you in about a week.
That's right. We'll see you next Monday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Alrighty. In the meantime and in between time. Oh, and I'll be back tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock a.m. for McRae Live. Cheers.